welcome to Three Stuffed Guys, episode 27. I am your host, Jeff Campbell.
Wow.
These are my guests. Blake Rudy and Matt Rudy.
I can say my own name, thank you very much.
We're the longest running guests, ever.
Yeah.
Not yet, but you will be eventually. Once we hit, year 20, I think. Because I think the Smothers Brothers have you beat.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who the Smothers Brothers are?
No.
Doesn't surprise me. I would be surprised, though, really, if any of our listeners knew who the Smothers Brothers were. But, anyway. So...
But I digress.
But I digress. So, this is the podcast. As usual.
Yeah.
Same boring old shit.
Mm-hmm.
After the excitement of our last episode in which we had a guest star.
But you know what's funny about that? I went back and, because I do all the really hard editing for the show.
Yeah, really, really tough stuff.
Just fucking oof.
Brutal.
About 3 hours into editing, I noticed that episode is just one, loud clusterfuck of noises.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't sound terrible. It's just a lot of times, there were a lot of moments when you and Matt would, be saying something across the room, and then, James and I would be talking to each other right here. And then you just hear four voices going on.
Wow.
And I'm like, what?
So you're saying if we had the funds, a.k.a. Kickstarter, and we had our own mics, you could
Matt,
actually...
if we had the viewers,
the
with
listeners...
Well, we might if they could actually
Kickstarter.
listen to what we're saying.
No, but how are you going to fucking kick the starter? How are you going to kickstart anything
I don't know.
if you don't have any listeners?
I don't know how it works. You just put something on a website and people pay you millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You'll be fucking millions!
Well, okay, so what we should probably promise then... This is what we should do. We'll do a Kickstarter in which we promise that in the Veronica Mars movie, the Kickstarter just funded, Kristen Bell will get butt naked. And we will guarantee that.
We will guarantee
for $2 million.
That she will get butt naked on our show.
Yes.
And you can hear her getting naked.
You can hear her getting naked, and you can hear us all furiously masturbating to her naked body.
Yes, I like it. Love it.
Yeah. And then, of course, you will hear her screams as she is bathed in...
As she wakes up and is bathed in our semen, our seminal fluids.
Do you know any Kickstarter movie would get fucking funded in less than an hour if they guaranteed that the actress got naked in it?
Well, depending on the actress.
Well,
I don't know if Dame Judi Dench would.
Just the fact that you call her Dame Judi Dench.
That's your name now. Once you're knighted, it's like Ian McKellen is Sir Ian McKellen.
No, but I don't call Ben Kingsley Sir Ben Kingsley.
You should.
I do not. I'm sorry,
That's
but
because you haven't seen Sexy Fucking Beast yet.
But how does an Indian...
Will.
No, because how does an Indian get knighted?
He's not an Indian.
I'm sorry, he's Gandhi.
No, he played Gandhi in a movie.
No.
He is a British citizen.
Jeff,
played
Jeff.
An Indian
Jeff!
who was a British imperialist.
I saw Gandhi. He was Gandhi.
You haven't seen Gandhi. You just told me that.
God, he got me.
Fucking liar.
Fucking trapped me. You got me.
I thought you said Gandhi got me.
He got me too. Gandhi got me.
Yeah.
No, okay, but I saw a trailer for Gandhi.
Sounds like a great movie.
And in the trailer, it looked like Sir Ben Kingsley was Gandhi.
Yeah, it did. It was an amazing transformation.
What is this playing thing that you're talking about? He is Gandhi.
Right. Okay. So
when you are someone for 2 hours,
extrapolate this. So Daniel Day-Lewis is actually Abraham Lincoln.
I'm sorry. Where's the confusion?
There is no confusion. I'm just verifying.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And he assassinated vampires.
Right.
And then was assassinated later by a vampire.
Right.
As I recall, that is actually how Abraham Lincoln
died,
dies in Abraham Lincoln the Vampire Slayer Hunter.
Yes.
I'm not making that up. That is apparently the ending to that film/book.
Wait, what? He dies by a vampire?
The vampire is named James... No.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth. I'm thinking of the fucking theater. John Wilkes Booth is a vampire and kills him in the theater.
Which is actually how it really happened in real life. So.
When was the last time a vampire used a fucking gun?
All the time. Well, I think what happened is the vampires, over time in that film, or during that period in early 1500s? In the early 1500s, when these vampires were fighting Abraham Lincoln, and he kept chopping them up with his axe made of steel and crystal,
right.
or whatever kills vampires these days.
Right.
Yeah. I think after a while they were like, you know what? Our fangs, like us just running at him with our mouths open wide, not working out. It's just not working.
We need a projectile. We can actually get him from far away.
We need what's his face from Street Fighter?
Who?
The lizard that spits shit. Is that Street Fighter? Or am I thinking something else?
I think you're thinking of Mortal Kombat.
Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Does he spit shit?
Yeah.
Okay, whichever one spits stuff.
Yeah, he spits that like acid stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they need. They need a reptile.
Okay.
From Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Not reptile from... I'm thinking a lizard from Spider-Man.
I was like, the reptile from Spider-Man? What?
I think you're thinking of like, was that Primal Instinct?
I'm thinking one
Primal Instinct, I remember that.
That's an awesome game. Someone needs to kickstart that game.
We could do that.
Man,
I bet
a brutal stinky.
I bet we could probably raise the funds if we said that Kristen Bell would get naked in the middle of the movie.
In the middle of the game?
Once you reach a certain level. Every time you reach a level, she takes off a piece of clothing.
When you beat the game, she has already furiously fingered herself and...
Right, I mean, when you beat the game, then it's just
twitching.
a picture of her covered in our
twitching furiously on the ground.
Because, like the reptile, our cum is acid-based. And
for the full clip, you can go to rotten.com.
What would that be?
What?
If, like, your pH balance was thrown off so much that your cum was kind of acidic.
You know, honestly, I worry
so
about...
if you came inside of a girl, it would start eating her insides.
That'd be so awesome, dude.
That would be... That's the ultimate, dude. Number one, you're never going to have kids.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're done. That's
and
awesome.
number two, you're never going to see that bitch again because she'll be fucking dead. Wow.
I worry about that sometimes, though, because, like, I drink a lot of Coke. I drink a lot of sodas. I worry about that. I'm like...
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that so much. I'd worry about kidney stones more than anything else.
I am worried about kidney stones now because the guy that I work with got a kidney stone. And
how old is he?
Oh, man, the horror... 28? Yeah. And oh man, the stories, like, he's like telling to me, I'm like, I'm about to pass out as he's like telling me. I was just like, no.
Yeah, like, it's the closest that a man can get to childbirth, to natural childbirth. Yeah. Oh, it really is.
But it's not even the passing. He said passing the kidney stone, like, he passed it, and like while it was passing, he's like, oh god, fuck. Like, it kind of like stings, and he's like, oh wow, I got like little pieces out in my strainer while I'm peeing. He's like, that wasn't that bad. It's the stone just sitting inside your kidney. He said, like, you'll just get, like, paralyzed. Like, you just freeze, and, like, it's just, like, level 10, level 11, 12 pain on the scale of 10 for, like, 5 hours straight. Like, and he said, like, there's parts where he's, like, about to pass out from, like, the pain.
I don't know, like, how much, like, of that is, like, due to sodas, though. Because, like, Dad drinks, like, a shitload of water, and he gets kidney stones.
He drinks unfiltered water.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Because even when he drinks in the refrigerator, that filter, like, it runs out over time. Like, it gets weaker and, like, it needs to be replaced and stuff. So Dad drinks a lot of water with that ice and stuff, and it's just like... And I've seen the water before, it's cloudy, and all it is a calcium buildup. That's what a fucking kidney stone is.
Kidney stones are calcium buildup.
And, like, there's a shitload of calcium in water that's not filtered.
Those are calcium in sodas?
Yeah. Yeah, the sodas will fuck you up, too.
Yeah, they really will.
Yeah, I know,
But I don't know how this guy got it. It's the same thing. This guy doesn't drink sodas. He drinks a shitload of water too, but he drinks water from oh, fuck.
God, now you gotta edit for another hour.
We gotta be there all day.
Shit.
Cuts into my beat off time. No, but he was telling me the part that, like, he was telling me about that I was just like about to pass out was they put this thing called a stent in you, and it goes up the pee hole. And he says basically a tampon inside your dick hole. It's like a little stick thingy, and like it has a string that comes out. Yeah. And like the doctor just like grabs a little string, goes, and just fucking pulls it out, blood all over it, and he's just like, oh, fuck it, and throws it in the garbage. I'm just like, oh god. He said you can't get a boner because if you get a boner, like it bends the thing and it hurts really bad. He's like, so I couldn't look at he's like, I couldn't go see Spring Breakers, and I was like, I don't blame you. I understand. I was like, dude, just look at your wife all day. You'll be good.
Look at your wife and your baby.
No, because what happens if he's looking at his kids and he gets a boner?
Well,
that's two bad things right there.
Well, at least he's getting punished for it.
That's true. It's the Lord doing his work.
That's true.
Mysterious ways.
The Lord's punishing him because he wasn't looking at a little boy.
Which is what the Lord likes.
He likes those little boys. It's to feast upon them.
Speaking of which, we have a new pope.
Oh, yeah.
We do, and it's not a black guy.
No, it's not a black pope.
Man.
Well, it's always next time.
Yeah. So he's next year.
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
The one thing I would, I don't really care about that so much. What I really want is, I think we need a young, vigorous pope. Every pope that we've ever had that in my lifetime has been 80 years old. Mm-hmm. I think we need a 25, 30-year-old pope.
Yeah. No, I don't think we need that.
I think that guy should be pope for 60 years.
No.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I fully agree.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Because, I don't know, there's just something about I just want the religions to die off, and old people are the best way to do it because they're already dying.
But they'll just keep replacing them. The institution.
I know, but if you get a vigorous, young pope, then he's gonna have a lot of followers who are gonna be like, "Oh, he's so energetic."
But you know what also will happen?
But unless he's so energetic, he starts saying some crazy shit.
What I'm saying.
That's what will happen.
Okay,
that's more likely.
To shape the way that the church thinks and move it progressively into the new era.
Maybe.
So you're talking who you relate compare it to someone? Who are you thinking?
I am thinking we need James Franco as Pope.
James Franco from what movie?
From Spring Breakers.
Okay, I agree. Perfect. You're right.
Cornrows and everything.
You at the Vatican, y'all. It's Spring Break, y'all.
Exactly. Can you imagine how amazing Spring Break would be at Vatican City?
He's already got all the gold in the teeth.
That's true.
He's already blinged out, dude.
I know.
He's already Pope.
That's what I'm saying.
In my mind, he will always be the Pope.
Well, and I think a lot of people's the Pope.
He'll be the Pope.
A lot of people. And think about it, okay? Because, the Pope Mobile, it's so, boxy and drab and stuff. No. He's going to put some fucking hydraulics in there. Dude, he's going to put some laser light show on.
Wait, doesn't the Pope Mobile have the glass cage?
Yes.
Yeah.
That they, stand in?
Yes.
So he can turn that into a little gay sex rodeo show inside the.
Okay, he is still the Pope, so I don't think the gay sex is necessarily going to happen. But he could get some nice go-go dancing girls in
That's
there.
what I'm talking about.
No, not the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope would do
The Pope would get go-go dancing little boys.
No. James Franco doesn't do that.
But James Franco's having gay sex.
Actually, you know what? James Franco does do that.
Yeah.
New Pope.
New Pope.
New Pope. I'm thinking more along the lines of no, I can't think of
I'm
it.
thinking Jaden Smith. Man, a little too young.
No, I'm not thinking James.
Will Smith. Then we get a black, and he's not really young, but he's still vigorous.
Yeah.
And everybody already likes Will Smith.
I got it. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
He's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything.
Put him to work.
He's basically Will Smith.
Smaller, not quite as talented.
But think about how funny that'd be. Because then what's his face? Uncle, what was his name? Oh my god. How are we drawing a blank on this? Uncle, what's his name?
From where?
Uncle Phil.
Phil
Could grab him and throw him off the balcony.
You know who could be dancing in there?
Who?
Carlton! He has his own fucking dance!
Oh, shit.
The Fresh Prince of Italy.
Oh.
I smell a spin-off. They're not too old. They can come back.
They can do it.
Dude,
kickstart this motherfucker.
The fucking Carlton dance or whatever?
Exactly.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be brilliant.
Dude, we can kickstart this motherfucker.
Let's kickstart it. Let's call up Carlton on the Game Show Network, see what he's up to.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be down.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do.
He'll be DTP.
So their new house is going to be the Vatican.
Yeah. The Fresh Prince of Vatican City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! It even has a perfect ring to it.
It does. It's perfect. Wow.
Mm. Speaking of blacks and religion,
like where this is going so far.
You're gonna love where it ends up.
Okay.
How you liking that History Channel, the Bible, and the portrayal of Barack Obama as Satan?
I don't know what's like worse, the fact that he looks like Barack Obama or the History Channel just can't get his fucking history right.
I just don't understand why the Bible is on the History Channel.
I know. Well, that's like one of the
strike one.
Yeah, that's strike one. Two, they're
strike two. Pawn Stars.
They're misdefining like Satan like altogether.
Yeah, Satan never wore a hood.
Satan's like not like a fucking like character. Like in the Old Testament, it's Ha-Satan. It's like the original. It's like the full word, and all it means is adversary, or somebody who like opposes or like kind of like judges people. But like he works for God.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not like really a bad guy until like the New Testament, and then like Satan is like made into like more of a character.
Right, but in the New Testament, the Jesus Camp Testament, Barack Obama is the devil, and George W. Bush is God.
But like I don't even know why did they even have to make Satan like black? I don't understand that.
I don't get that either. Why couldn't it be Al Pacino? He did a perfect devil.
I know he did. But like in the Bible,
why?
Isn't Satan is white in the Bible?
I thought he was red.
Like before, no. Well,
he had clove feet and hooves.
Yeah. Dude,
he had a tail and he had horns.
I've seen South Park the movie. I'm pretty sure he's big red.
I've seen the movie Legend, so
yeah.
I mean, it pretty much looks like Tim Curry with big ass fucking horns.
Dude, they should have just had what's the lead singer for Foo Fighters?
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, they should have just had him sing because he did it in
Tenacious D.
Should have just him. He was an awesome devil. I think that would have been like.
It would have been too expensive.
No, I think they would have like made the devil look better than God, like more fun.
He would have looked cooler.
Like, oh man, like this guy is like cool. It's like God. No, I mean, he seems kind of like a fucking downer.
Man.
Kind of a
Satan
downer.
can play the drums.
I know, and guitar
at the same time.
God,
one man band.
God plays a harp like a fag. There's just so many things wrong with the History Channel in itself.
Of course, I mean that's
and it's just like sad.
The History Channel and the Learning Channel.
I don't even know what that is.
Both of them are terrible because neither of them actually do what they're supposed to do. They don't actually talk about history. And they don't actually teach you anything.
They don't. What's
like say yes to the dress. How
like,
is that on the fucking Learning Channel?
It's like MTV.
Yeah, I agree with that. But MTV at least used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't anymore, so they should change their name to just TV.
Or change it to RTV. Reality TV.
Reality TV. And that's what it really is now. It's not music, television.
Yeah, it's not at all.
But yeah, what's on the History Channel? Like the only thing I see on like that's like history related, sort of,
Ancient
is
aliens.
Like, huh?
Is Ancient Aliens?
No, the Pawn Stars.
Just true history.
I learned a lot on Pawn Stars. People bring in shit, but Ancient Aliens is just so fucking retarded.
Matt.
And Ice Road Truckers? Are you fucking like nobody?
First of all, Ice Road Truckers is the backbone of America, so how dare you?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Second of all, Ancient Aliens is the backbone of America, so how dare you? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of. I think if they combined Ice Road Truckers and Ancient Aliens into Ancient Ice Road Aliens, that would be the best show I've ever fucking seen.
I would watch that show.
Aliens driving
I wouldn't watch it.
I
wouldn't watch it. I would DVR it. And it would probably just sit there for a while.
Yeah.
But.
And then some future race of aliens would discover your DVR and see that and be like, my God, that is awesome.
It would probably be Will Smith.
Well, I imagine, Will Smith and his son would discover our DVRs later.
Or Tom Cruise. Either way.
Or Haley Joel Osment.
Okay. Right on.
Pulled one out of the hat for you.
That's true. Or Charlton Heston.
Fuck you, dude. We're not doing Planet. No, we're not doing that. Fucking bullshit. Movie sucks.
Whatever.
The original sucks.
No, I like it.
No, the new one's way better.
What?
No.
Rise? Or are we talking...
No, Rise is
Tim Burton.
The Tim Burton one's terrible.
Tim Burton was pretty good, dude. Marky Mark is spot on.
Yeah. I mean, he was great.
Oh man, I can't wait until Transformers 4 comes out.
Oh, this is the best movie ever.
Did you
Transforming
read the,
Ice Road Alien Truckers.
Did you read the plot for it?
No.
What? This is amazing.
What is it?
Okay, so basically all the Transformers are now gone from Earth. They went away.
Good.
So, but now there's a new threat, and the way they are, like, I guess, going to fight it is, like, scientists are now basically going to make their own Transformers.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how they're going to do this. Like, some people are saying, oh, they're going to, like, find, like, some, like, Transformer, like, DNA possibly or some shit.
No, I think what they're going to say is that it's these scientists who had access to the Transformers when they were
here.
Yeah,
probably, like, found, like,
reverse
engineer.
reverse
Engineered it. Harness the power.
Okay. So let's just kind of let's pick this apart a little bit. Wouldn't it have been easier to just have the Transformers stay on Earth?
You would think. Or just have them come back.
It would.
Or have the main ones leave and then have a different group come?
Yeah. I mean, your first problem is you're trying to apply logic to a Michael Bay.
I'm sorry, but as much as we bash Michael Bay, like, I will stand behind Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, the only good movies he's actually made.
Yeah. And I would somewhat stand behind The Island, because I like that movie.
No, The Island fucking sucks. The Rock is okay.
The Rock.
Yeah, the one with Nicolas Cage.
Never saw that movie.
Who else is in it?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Mm-hmm. That one's okay. For just an action film, it's okay.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get. Is, like, the first, like, 3 Transformers was, like, all, like, Optimus Prime giving his, like, fucking, like, grandiose speech about how they were going to be, like, the guardians of the Earth, and then that kind of, like, broke down by the 3rd movie when they're like, fuck y'all, like, we're leaving. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really?
But they didn't leave.
But they semi-did, because, like, they didn't do shit, even though they were still on the planet. They didn't do anything until, like, the world was,
Matt,
like...
the message behind the movie was that sometimes the Transformers aren't always going to be there for us. We need to, as a society, as human beings, we need to learn to come together. We need to learn to hold our boom boxes playing Linkin Park songs high up in the air and come together when there's an alien attack. Because the only thing that's going to get us through these tough times is Linkin Park.
They could have helped before New York City got, like, fucking demolished.
Not New York City, Chicago.
Or was it Chicago?
But man, we don't need Chicago.
Whatever.
We really don't.
I
Deep
guess
dish pizza.
It's burned down once already, I guess. So.
Yeah. Burned it down. There's a guy that we worked with that said that he apparently started the...
No. It was like his great-great-grandfather or something.
Fucking someone in his heritage started the...
But I think he made... Well, I know he made that shit up, but I think he made that shit up to, like, trick James, because remember James was really young?
Yeah.
And he said
he fucking fell for the Magneto thing?
Yeah.
What's Magneto's real name? Yeah, whatever.
Hold on.
It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Eric Lyncher.
Yeah.
Eric Lyncher. He said his, like, grandpa was Eric Lyncher?
Yeah. And, like, James was like, Eric Lyncher. He's like, what is it? He's like fucking, like, Magneto? And Rob's like, well, it's like, the character's based on my like, great-great-uncle, or, like, my great-uncle. And he's like, what, he could, like, move, like, metal shit? He's like, well, kind of. He's like, he had, like, these powers where he can, like, do stuff. It's like, not, like, anything, like, crazy, like you see in the comics, but, you know, it's, like, loosely based off of, like, his abilities. And, like, James was like, no, he's like, yeah, man, it's like, you can, like, look it up and blah, blah. And, like, James, like, fell for it. And I was just like, sitting there, just, like, I'm not saying a word, because, like, Robert's basically giving me this look, like, shut your mouth, like, he had, like, a little smile and a twinkle in his eye. So I'm like, alright.
We tricked that kid so good.
Oh, man.
I still remember the Game Crazy scandal.
It's just and that's why organized religion gets them when they're young, because you can mold their minds.
Back to religion with
I'm just saying. Because we were on the Bible thing.
No, we were on
History Channel.
Transformers?
We weren't on Star Wars yet.
Both franchises are slowly going downhill.
Star Wars is slowly going downhill, very slowly, like a glacier. Transformers plummeted. It fucking raced to the bottom.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know though. They didn't have Carrie Fisher in the movies though.
Well, hold on. The new one's not out yet. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and trust me, there are many ways Carrie Fisher could die between now and the time they start filming.
Oh god.
Yeah, assassination being one of them.
That's probably number one.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to think maybe J.J. Abrams wasn't the
right guy.
Yeah, or not like the prodigy we all thought he was. Kind of like George Lucas, when he made the first Star Wars trilogy. He had a lot of people basically telling him it's not really a good idea.
Yeah, but nobody's telling Abrams that it's a bad idea to have the three of them come back.
Well, yeah, because it's J.J. Abrams.
I don't care. If I was on that council, I'd be like, hey man, you can't let her come back on.
Right.
But she's not invited to this party.
Unless they're gathering at her deathbed in the opening sequence, or it's her funeral.
Yeah.
The cross scrolls up and then it, tilts down, and we see.
Yeah. Her charred remains.
Yeah, you would have to char those remains because there's no way a fucking princess goes from being good looking to that thing.
Yeah.
So you have to char the remains. Or Chewbacca just fucking raped her for years. Oh no.
Matt, you're getting.
I don't think that's gonna happen in Star Wars.
You're getting your mythos all wrong here.
I'm just saying.
I mean, seriously, dude.
There's no way something like that just fucking derails in
hey,
20, 30 years.
Cocaine is out of drug.
Yeah, I know, right?
Exactly. Which I guess in the
apparently
Star Wars universe, it would be death sticks. So.
Apparently, so is McDonald's.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it was in Attack of the Clones.
Oh god, dude! Attack of the what? No one watched that.
Lots of people watched
No one watched it.
You watched that.
I didn't watch
Yeah,
it.
you did.
That's my least favorite. People say the Phantom
How
Menace.
do you know it's your least favorite unless you haven't watched it?
Because I haven't watched it. That's why it's my least favorite.
It's my least favorite too, but I watched it.
I don't remember it. So
Liar.
no, I don't. I blocked it all in my memory. The only part I remember
Obi-Wan fighting on a rain-soaked landing pad.
No.
Yes, you do. I see it in your face.
I refuse to believe it. The only thing I remember was Yoda flipping his shit all over that room, fighting fucking
Count
Sauron. Or Saruman, whatever his name is. That's what I remember.
And he didn't do shit either.
I remember Saruman being a bitch. He had a bent lightsaber like a fucking gay boy. I remember that.
That's what he did.
He had a bent lightsaber.
Oh my...
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. My memory my brain had
He
repressed
escaped
memories.
in his solar sailor that sailed the solar winds of space.
Dude, fuck you. I don't even remember that. I really don't remember that.
What?
That's
fuck
what
out of here.
it was
That's
called the
bullshit.
solar sailor. It was a pod-looking thing that flew out, and when it got out it left the atmosphere and went out into space. It actually brought out these sails, and it used these solar winds to power it to get the rest of the way everywhere.
Which is hypothetically possible.
I know, exactly. See?
Man, don't defend this fucking bullshit I'm hearing. That's ridiculous, dude. No, fuck that.
Sorry, dude.
I'm watching all the Star Wars movies over again. It's making me angry. Bullshit. I'll read all the books and find out what happened to Dooku.
That's why when people are like, "Well, the first 3 episodes weren't that bad," I'm like, "Go rewatch them." I'm like, "You forget a lot."
Actually, let me show you a clip. Play the Solar Winds clip, and then pause. Thoughts.
What did you think of that one?
I went back and tried. Remember those the Star Wars review?
Yeah, everybody talks about it. I don't think I ever watched it all the way through. The creepy one with the dude in the basement. Or whatever?
Yeah. I forget what they're called. It's actual the Plinkett or Plinkert or something reviews or something like that.
Did he do Did he do all of them?
Yeah, he did all of them.
Yeah, he did all of them, but it's so
He
funny.
also did some of the Star Treks and something else.
But yeah, like go back, like watch the reviews because like he just nitpicks like all this shit, and you're just like, wow. Like,
I know you watch and listen to that stuff, and then you're like, God, these movies are fucking terrible.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like the very few things they found in like Avengers that just like ruin everything.
There's just like a lot, and like the first episodes, like when they're like haggling with remember the little Watto, and he's like. And then, like, the guy reviewing, he's like, well, why didn't he just do this and just do that? He's like, well, fucking just save the goddamn time. And you're just like, wow. Like, I don't know what George Lucas was thinking. And then,
he was thinking it's a movie for kids.
But then it's funny because, like,
they don't think too deeply on it.
They show a clip where, like, they're sitting, like, watching, like, the movie, like, Lucas and, like, all of, like, you know, the producers and shit, like for a screening or something.
When it's done, it's just dead silence.
It's just dead silence, and he's just like, oh, he's like, I don't know, I don't know what to do. Like everything's too like interconnected. We can't like take out scenes because then it just won't make any sense. He's like, yeah, I might have gone a little overboard. Like fucking right, he did, and nobody said shit. Mm-hmm. They're just like, oh, we'll just merchandise. We'll make toys and shit.
Sounds like a train wreck.
I just want to sit down in one of those meetings and just be like, what the fuck are you thinking? Although, did you see the new Ant-Man trailer?
No.
It was a leaked one.
I've not seen that. Who's playing Ant-Man?
Huh?
Who's playing Ant-Man?
I have no fucking idea, but I was impressed. I have to say, it was just like a short, like little teaser. But like it shows him like running down like this little hallway.
It wasn't actually a trailer.
It was more of like a teaser.
It was a pre-visual proof of concept. That's what it is. So it was just to. It was Edgar Wright did it just to show.
Edgar Wright is directing it.
Yeah.
All right, a little more interested now.
Yeah, but he did that just to show the studio what it could be like and what his thoughts were on it. And so based on that and based on the script and everything, then they were able to say, yeah, okay, we could see it. Because they were having trouble seeing how it's actually going to work and how it would
I don't know, this looked like it was actually like in like a theater, like the clip that I saw.
He might have shown it in like a board meeting or something.
Because like people were like cheering and shit.
Yeah, but...
Like it was like in a movie theater and it was like on a little handy cam shit.
Yeah. It could have been shown at like a convention.
But it's not actually a trailer. They haven't even started shooting anything yet.
Yeah. But, it's like a teaser. It's like a pre-teaser or whatever.
Know, but
I'm sure what I'm saying is like it still looks cool.
I'll check it out.
Because he was all like small and then all of a sudden he gets big and like starts fighting people and then he like shrinks down. You don't see him and then he's like running on the motherfucker's like gun, like up the barrel. He like jumps up and like fucking kicks him in the face. But like he's still really powerful, like when he's small too. So you just see the dude's like face like fuck my blow to the side.
Just imagine, okay, it's basically Scott Pilgrim versus the Ant-Man. That's what it would be.
That sounds awesome.
It is awesome.
I'm a little ticked. Okay. Yeah, pun right there, taking the ant because they're small. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a little ticked off that he's not making his trilogy fucking movie. Well, apparently not. He's fucking around with all these other things.
No, that's not. World's End is coming out this summer. It's already done.
It's not coming out this summer.
Yes.
No, it's not. I haven't heard anything about it.
It is.
I've not heard anything about it.
I'm sorry to tell you.
Is there any trailers, teasers, anything?
There's a teaser for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't watch it.
They've also released some stills from it.
You know who Edgar Wright is, right? He directed Scott Pilgrim, he directed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz were part of a trilogy that he was making. World's End is the third movie.
Oh, okay.
It's Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, like all that shit. Yeah. But like for the longest time, he took a little break because he was making Scott Pilgrim and some other crap.
It'll be out either the end of June or early July.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like Ant-Man is next.
Okay.
He hasn't even started on it yet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck. Too many superhero movies.
Yeah.
I think it's a new fad right now.
Yeah, I mean, anything that's successful, you're going to get a glut of them. So.
One, because now we have like the technology to actually do them well.
Right.
I'm just glad the vampire stuff's dying off.
And the zombie stuff. And the zombie stuff.
Zombies don't really die either.
Exactly.
Huh?
None of this stuff really dies. It's like, just come back.
It's all immortal. Just kind of.
Like, I just like. Is the Walking Dead series any good? Like the actual.
You know what's
not bad.
People tell me to watch it, but then I just look at them and I say, you know what? I've seen Night of the Living Dead. I've seen everything that like Romero's made.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see like. I'm like, what's so different about this?
Honestly, it's for. I would either say it's for people who are like a fan of that stuff, or for people who didn't like watch a lot of zombie things.
I guess,
like in their like movie cinema like life.
I think we've just seen so much of that crap. It's just
I just don't get into zombies anymore. I just like it doesn't.
I don't get into like any like horror type.
Yeah, it's always a big letdown.
Yeah, the only type of like movies I really like are like psychological thrillers. Like if it's anything like Psycho or shit like that, where the person's just like fucking completely insane, and for some reason I like those movies because you could actually see that shit happening.
Because you relate to the character.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like looking in a mirror for you.
Like things, I don't know, like things like Paranormal Activity and shit like that. I'm like, I'm like, what's so scary about it? I've seen them all.
Yeah, psychological terror is always more scary.
Although I will admit on that was it Paranormal Activity like 2 or 3 where that fool gets his like back broke at the end.
It was the first one.
Was it the first one?
I want to say it was the first one.
No, it wasn't the first one.
It was the first one.
It was like the second.
The first one, though.
It was like the second one or something.
Yeah. I didn't watch any others.
But that was kind of cool.
The third one is the one where it ends with like the whole bonfire with the old people and there's like a cult and shit.
Yeah.
Because that was the director of Catfish and they went like a really weird route.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Who does the bonfire shit anymore with like cultish? What was this?
But, I mean, these movies were set in. Yeah, because it was like 3 was a prequel to everything. I think it was set in like the 80s.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. And then Paranormal Activity 4, like, I don't even know what that's about. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it fits into the timeline. It's like a whole new group of people. And then Scary Movie 5. Just the direct sequel to that movie. Just looks great. I really like that scene in the beginning.
What's that new movie coming out with fucking goddamn, what the hell's his name? The Hobbit.
Martin Freeman?
No, like the Lord of the Rings.
Elijah
Wood, yeah, there's like a new...
Maniac?
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Elijah Wood's an interesting guy. He just kind of doesn't really do anything. He just does Wilfred and...
He kind of just... Well, I think he got the freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants, so he's just like, whatever. I'll just do what I feel like doing.
I'll do Wilfred, I'll do the Oxford Murders.
That's a nice nice freedom there.
It is.
It's like Daniel Radcliffe right now. He's just like,
Woman in Black?
Woman in Black? Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Shit, bro.
Or Emma Watson.
Yeah.
The Bling Ring? Whatever. I'll do it. But Emma, you realize this movie's gonna be stupid and terrible, right? Yeah.
She's in talks to do 50 Shades of Grey.
That rumor is crushed.
Oh, why?
She came out and she was like, anybody who's ever thought I'd be affiliated with anything to do with that is a moron. She was like mad about it too. And there are so many actresses who are like backing away from that movie as fast as they can.
After that little statement she made?
No, just because it's a fucking horrible story.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a career ruiner. Like, it is a done deal.
Yeah. Whoever does it will end up like Elizabeth Berkley when she did Showgirls. It will destroy their career completely to the point that all they could ever do after that is movies like that where they get naked and that's sex.
Porn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because it's like
it's probably going to be some random actress that nobody's ever heard of who's trying to make a name for herself.
And she will for a brief period. It's just so dumb.
It really is.
Like, every other page you flip to is just like, has throbbing cock creamed on my asshole, and you're like, fucking A, man. Like, porn doesn't even like sound like that.
No, exactly.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
the sound effects.
Picture's worth 1,000 words.
I don't know. Like when you see something like that, it's not like the same as like. I think reading it is like more disgusting.
It really is,
because like all I can imagine is just like this woman who's writing this
just
book,
fingering
just like
hairy
sitting at her like little fucking desk with like a goddamn,
with a typewriter. Let's be honest,
with a typewriter at like with a fucking like kerosene lamp, just like oh yes, like. Oh,
but but just fingering her hairy like.
No. I imagine her twat is dry as sand. That's why she's writing this book, because she herself cannot get laid.
Yeah.
Because she is just like so fucking out there. She's basically like a woman version of Paco. Mm-hmm. Just sits there in her little fantasies and like, ooh, yes.
But you know what's even more disturbing about all of it? I don't care about E.L. James.
I mean, she probably wears like a mini skirt with like a little like tiara like frill at the end.
Oh, definitely.
And like a little like jacket where her guts like
blue eyeshadow.
And her guts like hanging out and shit.
Yeah, you mean like a little jean jacket with
a little jean
pastel shirt underneath?
Exactly.
You're talking 80s clothing. Is what we're talking about.
No, I'm not talking. This is new age rave stuff. Blake, have you heard of this?
I've heard of it.
Have you seen it?
I've seen some shit, man. I've been in the battlefield before.
Oh,
Jeff knows what we're talking about. There was a certain someone.
Shout out to Raphael.
That Raphael pressured me into looking at a picture of at work.
Yikes.
That she had on her phone.
Yikes.
With a big old gut sticking out.
That phone needs to be sent to hell.
It was nasty. Pants, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't believe me. That warranty should have voided on her phone the minute she put it on there.
But what disturbs me more about 50 Shades of Grey is the readers.
I know.
The author, you can be as smutty and disgusting as you want.
But it's like who like reads that?
I know, right? It's
what the fuck?
It's like old now. This is gross. I'm eating a piece of pizza. Jesus Christ.
Hungry.
But it's like next, like freaking what's her face across the street. Mm-hmm. I won't say her name, but she has the book, and then she like gave it to my mom. She's like, "You gotta read this. It's so nasty." And I'm like, "But you read the whole fucking thing. Like, ugh. Like you obviously enjoyed it.
Of course.
Twiddled and twaddled yourself to it. Like, god damn." I don't know, dude. This could be a great movie, though. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited for Fast and Furious 6. I'm so excited for that movie.
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet.
Oh, dude, it looks so awesome.
Is it really?
I
read about the end of the movie.
Don't spoil it for me, dude! Don't! Star Trek 2 looks even better now that I saw the Alice Eve just like standing there in her like fucking undies. I was like, oh god, like yes! And then it went to Chris Pine's face and I was like, lost it. And then to Zachary Quinto's face and I was like, it's back on! The Benedict Cumberbatch, I blew my cumber load.
That's right.
Why aren't they showing any more footage for fucking Superman? Does that movie come out in like May or something?
Well, they can't.
Why?
There's like so much like secretive shit behind it. The villain.
Really?
Apparently, God, who's the General
Zod.
General Zod is not in it at all.
Yes, he is.
They said he wasn't. They said he was not in it.
He is. Shannon plays him.
I heard he wasn't in it.
He is.
Or he's not the villain.
He's not the main villain.
Yeah,
he's set up as the main villain. He's the only person they've shown in the trailers at all.
Yeah.
No, there's that one.
There's like a
woman.
No, I know. It's that's what I'm saying. It's the 3 prisoner people, but the
one that's like standing there is like just like getting like.
She got a cloak over.
Yeah. Apparently, she's like one of the characters in the comic book that like almost beats Superman to death. I forget her name, but they already have like action figures made for the fucking movie, so she's in the movie.
Yeah, she's in it. What I'm saying is that those people have been set up as the villains because they're the known people, but there's actually somebody behind them that they are keeping under wraps.
Yeah,
and that is Lex Luthor.
Probably.
Bring back Kevin Spacey.
Oh god, you know who I think would be the best Lex Luthor?
Who?
David Spade.
No.
I picture him in his Dickie Roberts like little fucking look. Oh man, or Joe Dirt. Just Joe Dirt as Lex Luthor beating up Superman.
Why did they ever make a Joe Dirt too?
Joe Dirtier?
Joe Dirtier. Okay, I would have seen
because
that.
Matt, I haven't given the script to it yet. But yeah,
Remember at the end of the movie, he gets that fucking like weave or whatever, that new hairdo. I forget what they even call it.
the corners.
Yeah, but he's like, it's like that Jamaican like style.
Oh yeah. Like dreadlocks?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
The predator hair?
Alright, what else? Oh, well, he's got his mouth full. Let's talk to Matt about his love life.
What?
He's like coy with us,
I told you he
motherfucker.
wouldn't say anything.
No, he's gonna talk.
What?
He's gonna fucking talk. I will waterboard his ass.
I will skateboard his ass.
Kind of thirsty, actually.
Okay,
Ask away.
So Matt, what has gone on and transpired in your love life?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. Really?
Yeah.
You're not dating anyone in particular?
Not really.
No, not really. I'm gonna send this to her, so
Is she listening to this? Does she listen to this?
Just trying to keep things like hush hush for legal reasons.
for legal reasons,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
there are no legal reasons.
Are we talking about papers being passed around, having to be signed?
Not from-
Exchange of income and insurance policies? Or what are you talking about, Matt? Are we talking about
Yeah.
a marriage here?
Yeah.
Talking about someone who's...
Yeah.
Why don't you just lay it out there for the people?
No, fuck it.
You're a wrecking ball
I don't
that
want somebody. I
smashes
don't
into
want
someone's
our
home.
millions of fans find out and somebody tells somebody.
You are the equivalent of one of those big, fat fucking black dudes who smashes homes down by running into the support beams with his body.
What are you talking about?
So you're a homewrecker.
That home was wrecked a long time ago.
Then that's why you can talk about it.
Yeah, so you're good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because aren't they separated?
Yeah, but the divorce isn't like finalized.
That's fine. But if they are legally separated,
What does that mean?
That they're not
it means that
together?
they're not together.
They don't live together?
But legally, they're still together.
Do they live in the same place?
No,
Under the same roof?
no.
How long have they been apart?
I don't know, a couple months maybe. Half a year, maybe.
Okay, that's legal separation.
Huh?
That's legal separation.
Okay.
So,
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Try not to get into that business. I not to ask questions.
I mean, just because you're married and dating someone else doesn't mean that it's against the law.
right, but I think he's talking about for the purposes of the divorce, there can be circumstances in which if he can prove that she's cheating on him,
Mm-hmm.
then
It makes her look bad.
yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, 'cause that's why we're not mentioning her name.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
can just mention every other aspect.
What does she look like? Where she live?
Right,
Your
exactly.
telephone number,
Oh,
social
that's
security
fine.
number.
That's not protected stuff. I mean, it's just her name. That's the only way you can actually find people who say this is by their name.
Yeah, dude.
So,
I mean, that's so hard to do nowadays.
You better, yeah, you're better luck finding them by their email address.
exactly.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so you're possibly involved with someone, potentially, in the near future.
Yeah, so it's like already like near future, mean like a week from now.
Near future meaning whenever papers are actually signed.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about when she gets back.
Well, yeah, when she gets back, I assume you guys are going to be, she's going to be riding the hobby horse, like,
The Hobbit horse?
the hobby horse. The Hobbit horse is a whole different maneuver.
It takes 3 people to do.
3 midgets.
It takes 3 dwarves.
I prefer the term.
And a wizard.
Wizard.
I prefer the term senile old man.
Okay. That makes sense.
I want like a animated Lord. Like I know they already have an animated Lord of the Rings, but I wanted
a cartoon of it.
It's animated.
It's on anime. Anime is Japanese.
Okay, well that's what I'm about to get to. Hold on, motherfucker. Like,
we're having a discussion here.
I want an
anime. He said an animated.
No, he said anime.
No, I said animated.
Animated.
I heard you say anime.
He is saying
you will change your answer.
What he is saying, motherfucker, is that there is already an animated one. He wants
will you shut your mouth so we can talk real quick?
I want.
Matt, you're not involved in this conversation.
Shut up. All right, now continue.
I want an anime version of Lord of the Rings, but I want it done in the style of Heaven's Lost Property when they make everybody like little chibi small people, like the entire way through.
That would just be the Hobbit.
Huh?
That would just be the Hobbit because everybody's already tiny.
Well, no, but I want all like the. But I want them like done in like the goofy little cartoony way.
Why?
I don't know, it'd just be funny, like seeing like Gandalf like wave his wand and shit.
Lord of the Rings in the style of Afro Samurai.
That'd be cool.
Where they're all like hip hop ninjas and shit, dude. That's fuck. Dude, what do you mean that'd be cool? That would be better than any movie I've ever seen.
Well, who's Samuel Jackson gonna play then?
You could put Lord of the Rings.
Hold on. I got a serious question though. I feel
like it's not gonna be very serious. But
no, this is a serious question. Okay, like Lord of the Rings, like because Raphael was like calling like people orcs and shit.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, why are you calling like people orcs? He's like, man, because they look like them orcs from like Lord of the Rings. I'm like the big orcs? He's like, no, man. He's like you know the orcs. I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, are you talking about like just like the regular like warriors? So I want to ask, I'm like, are they actually orcs or are they more like goblins?
They're orcs.
Are they actually orcs?
There are orcs, goblins, urukai, and then there are trolls. Trolls are the big motherfuckers. The one that poked Frodo.
Which one do the orcs look like?
The orcs are the ones that, like, I guess in your, like, I assume, like, the way your mind's working, the orcs are what would you think would be like a goblin. They're the normal warriors.
Okay.
The urukai are the ones that are born from the mud, that have the face print, the Saruman's like white hand.
They're much bigger.
They're taller and more powerful, and they're the leaders.
Yeah.
See, that's what I think like Raphael's thinking of, though. The
urukai.
I know, that's what I think he's thinking about, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're like kind of a class of the orc, but not really. Like, they're like a different, a higher, like, elite species. Think of it this way. In the terms of Halo, you have, like, your grunts, and then you have your elites.
Yeah.
The elites are the urukai, the grunts are the orcs.
Okay.
The orcs are the ones that are like, yeah, that's the motherfucker, and then the urukai are like, that's the man. That's my impression. I think it's pretty spot on. Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I just see them as like more like goblins and like, cause like me, like for like me, like an orc is like Shrek is like an orc or like a
right. Shrek is a ogre.
Ogre. I don't know. For some reason, my mind is like orc, ogre, like.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, orc is what an orc is.
Yeah. Right.
You're probably like you're thinking like an ogre or like a troll, because even a goblin would be more like an orc.
See, when I think like
a goblin would be small and like kind of like
lengthy,
conniving, like little fucker. Yeah,
kind of like James.
Right. Perfect. Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, aren't goblins are Harry Potter?
Right. Well, that's one vision of a goblin. The ones that run like Gringotts Bank.
Oh, that's
sort of like the traditional goblin look.
That's kind of like what I'm like. I'm kind of like
pointed ears and
thinking like that, and like the Lord of the Rings, but like not necessarily that they have to be like small, but like that they're like lengthy and shit.
Yeah.
Which like the orcs and I don't know. I don't know
why. Who is he calling an orc?
Who do you think?
Okay.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it now. Troll? Mountain troll, maybe? Yeah.
Honestly. I'm like, wow, Raphael, I'm like, you work with a bunch of fucking orcs. Orcs and trolls and shit.
He's definitely not thinking Uruk-hai, because none of them are leaders.
No.
Yeah, I would say they're orcs, with the exception of a troll in there somewhere.
A troll that wears certain
No, we're not gonna.
apparel.
We don't have to go into it.
Okay.
We don't have to, even though I didn't loop their names out in the last one.
Oh, you mean that troll that... Wait, are we calling her a troll?
Mm-hmm.
You mean that...
Done.
You mean that troll that kind of, did a little something to another maybe orc? Kind of, walk down the hen house.
What?
I don't even know.
Did you say a hen house? Did you say a hen house?
I don't even know
what
what
the
that
hen house is.
Like the comfort home, the comfort inn.
The prancing pony?
The prancing pony.
First of all, orcs aren't allowed in the prancing pony. Okay. Bree is a very protected.
I'm just saying, like, how's the troll gonna cheat on an orc? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, he wouldn't, because a troll and an orc can't reproduce.
Ah.
So a troll would have to cheat on another troll.
Whoa.
Unless there was never any chemistry there in the first place, then it'd be like a
Okay.
troll stabbing a hobbit, which happened in the movie. Which I feel like it stabbed him right in the heart. And metaphorically, it all fits. It all makes sense.
But who got stabbed in the heart?
I'm gonna say the name. The boy. Frodo.
Who the fuck did he get stabbed?
When he was in fucking the Mines of Moria and the troll fucking like stabbed him. How'd that happen though? I forget. It was like a spear.
Yeah.
Remember he got stabbed, but then he was wearing mithril, so it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all good. And then Legolas shot the troll in the throat like 3 times. He died. I remember the noise he makes. That was my favorite scene in that whole movie. He shoots him like right in the mouth, like inside the mouth. It was like, oh.
I still forget about Legolas sometimes.
The who?
Legolas? Or...
Oh, Legolas, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do. He's gonna be in the Hobbit, that's whatever. Yeah, he's an elf. He's immortal. They live forever.
I know, but like...
the continuity, I don't know, because he never says, hey, I fought with your dad. Or like, even your uncle.
Hey, what's up, Gandalf? Yeah.
Yeah, like, ah. Or
they're all just like meeting for the first time in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, whatever. I feel like The Hobbit is Peter Jackson's episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars. Like, that's his episodes.
He couldn't make anything else that was good, so he can't go back.
He really couldn't. Oh wow, he could not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, King Kong, like that's a thing in its own, because that was finished, not like shooting, but script was done. Things were done for that movie before Lord of the Rings even began like work, because that was his baby. He wanted to make King Kong first.
Mm-hmm.
Then he made Lord of the Rings. Then he made King Kong, and it was just poop. And then he made The Lovely Bones, which was just perfect.
Oh, wow.
How are we on time?
58 minutes.
We'll start wrapping up here in a little bit. Matt and Takira said she's on her way over. She's like, if I come over, can I just wait in your room if you guys are still recording? I was like, I guess.
Just tell her, take a break, take a day off. Jesus Christ.
Like a social pariah, like just fucking hiding out in her room.
I thought her roommate was such fucking entertainment.
No, there's some animosity there.
Well, what's going
No,
on?
we're not gonna get into the podcast, Matt. Hi, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Alright, so what else?
I don't know. Anything else happening?
On the trend of Lord of the Rings, they're revealing the trailer on Sunday.
Yeah.
Through a Blu-ray live event that I'm gonna be on.
Yep.
2 p.m. Yep. No, I saw Upside Down.
Yeah, how was it?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It would be a decent like love story if they got rid of that fucking pixie dust. The pixie dust ruined it for me. Yeah. There's pixie dust in the movie. There's like magical fucking pixie dust stuff.
That's fucking retarded.
And it like makes things fly. His aunt would put it on.
What is this, Peter Pan? Like what?
Yeah.
I said
His aunt would put it on pancakes and make flying pancakes. Really what it is it's pink pollen. It comes from like the mountainside. There's like one mountain. It's like off limits. And the pink pollen, if you can chemically combine it with some stuff like he does in the movie, it's an anti-gravity thing. It allows for him to like shift gravity so that he can like go onto the upper world or whatever. And he does because that's where his like little love is, on the upper world and stuff. Long story short, like there's rules to the gravity. Well, the main one is that if you flip gravity and like you're on the other side, you can only be there for a limited amount of time. Otherwise, you'll just burst into flames.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I said to Jeff, I was like, I don't know. They didn't explain it. So as a sci-fi movie, it's very weak because they don't explain any of their own rules.
Yeah, it's just like, here are the rules. We're not going to tell you why they're there or how they're actually.
How does that even pertain to gravity?
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Like scientifically, science fictionally, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I remember watching the trailer and like he like has to tie her with like a rope to like bring her down to like him.
And the movie's beautiful and like the gravity stuff is really cool, but
it just
the laws
like,
behind
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, if she's already like near him, the gravity of like that Earth will like pull her down.
It's not like it doesn't. It's not the gravity. I see what you're saying. Like if there's two worlds, like you'd think there'd be like an equilibrium point where once like she passes over it, she would shift gravity and be pulled to the bottom place. It's not like that. She belongs to the upper world. Yeah. So like she will always be gravitationally pulled to the upper world.
I know that, but
like
it doesn't make any sense.
I know it does. It really doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is. Like she's born on that side. She belongs there. The universe has it to where like she must be gravitationally pulled to that world. So the way he reverses it is by using these metal like weights that he got from the other world that are gravitationally pulled to that world, and puts them on his body and then like flips over. And like there's some cool like scenes in there and stuff, but
I just feel like
overall that
just weakens the movie.
It does. I think. Overall, it's a weak Romeo and Juliet story of like star-crossed lovers who shouldn't be together end up being together. Okay, end of the movie. I'm gonna spoil it because it's just incredible. End of the movie. The guy that he's like friends with, who's on the upper world, like he like works with him in like this little place. The guy discovers or like borrows his like pink pollen stuff, whatever, and like discovers a way to use it to like to make it to where people can like stay on the. Like they can switch which world they're on, and they can like do it for like an extended period of time without the use of weights. And like he keeps finding new ways to like extend the time. And he's like eventually like I might be able to do it like indefinitely, like without you having to worry about bursting into flames or whatever. And they get all excited about that. Then it fast forwards a little bit, and like he meets the girl Kirsten Dunst. He meets her like in a little cafe place, which is like symbolic because they always meet up there in the movie, and she's flipped like with him, but like he didn't flip worlds, like he's in his own on his own world, but she's the one who like somehow flipped, and like he's like, oh my god, like I'm so excited to see you, and then he asks the obvious like, how are you, whatever. He's like, you have no like weights or whatever, and she's like, I'm pregnant, and like so and so like your friend believes that's why I'm able to be on the planet. I'm like, what? Like, why is her being pregnant having
because like that kid was like born on the other world?
Well, because he's a part of both worlds, and it balanced her out to where she can, I guess, now flip over to whichever one she fucking wants.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that movie. I'm not even gonna watch it now.
It's a pretty movie. That's why I was like,
I know,
okay,
it's like one of those visually stunning movies, but like if it doesn't have a fucking story to it,
it does. It's just very. I'm giving you like the very like.
I know that's just gonna ruin it for me. I mean, the little headset thing ruined it for me. Like ruined the Avengers for me.
I still haven't watched that movie after seeing it once in theaters. I've never watched it again.
Yeah, I think I've seen it maybe twice, but that was it.
Yeah. I've never watched it again. There's a lot of movies I saw in theaters that I actually enjoyed, but I've never watched them after that.
I never saw Batman Rise again.
Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, Dark Knight
I haven't
Rises.
watched it again. I mean, I saw it in the theaters twice though, because I went by myself with
I
my
think
dad.
I went in the theaters twice to see
I
it.
saw
But I saw
it
it
once
in
in
the,
theaters, and that was the only
But
time
I
I ever
haven't
saw
watched
it.
it yet at home.
Yeah.
But I will eventually watch it again, just because I want to watch it one more time. But
Yeah. I'm not trying to think of what the big one was that came out.
Right, I mean,
There's a big movie that came out that actually I enjoyed and then I never watched it again.
which one?
I fucking can't remember. I think I owned it too. What?
Prometheus?
Yeah, Prometheus I haven't watched at home again. I think it's because I wanted to watch it in 3D and I was like waiting to get time to use my TV to watch it. I'll watch The
I
Hobbit
was
again.
fucking sleeping all day. I mean,
I don't sleep all day. I don't
sleep all day.
all day.
You sleep all day, motherfucker.
he was asleep when I got here.
Yeah, that wasn't all day, dude. That was like 2 hours.
Oh man. Oh bitch, man. Oh bitch.
Okay, we could talk about where we ate.
Ah, fuck. What was it even called?
McFadden's.
Jesus fuck. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I didn't go then.
Yeah, it was
Waste my fucking money.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling him, like, the food was alright,
Yeah, it was okay.
but the atmosphere was shit.
Very weird.
The service was shit, and our sodas were flat as
Yeah,
shit.
Fuck, dude, it was terrible. Like, Dr. Pepper didn't even taste like fucking Dr. Pepper.
Did you say anything?
No, it's just because it's like,
She
man,
had nice tits. I don't know.
yeah.
What kind of food was it?
Irish
Bar food.
Irish bar food.
Well,
So I got a club sandwich, I got a burger.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it was weird because like the whole place was like just one big, large, like open room. And they had like tables set up, and like with us, we sat at the end at this like little 2-person table, and they're all like bar tables, like they're high tables with like high chairs,
Yeah.
and like there are like tables around us, like all kind of set up, and there's like one large, like really large bar in the middle. It looked really strange. It's a very big place, and then to the like left of us, there was nothing, like no chairs, no tables, nothing. It just like it went from like our table, big blank space, to like the bathrooms, like the wall with like the bathrooms. But it's literally like a square was like the inside of the building was just a
Really
giant
weird.
square. Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird atmosphere.
Yeah, with no like walls other than the outside walls.
Yeah,
No interior walls or
one big room,
just one huge room. It's very weird.
and then it
Yeah.
wasn't non-smoking. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, it was weird. There's a little ashtray on every table, and it had like a very smoky look.
I thought they made a law that you could have like.
I guess you can still do that if you
Mm-hmm.
if you allow it. I don't know. It was weird. It was definitely just like a bar hangout, though.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even hang out there as a bar or hang out.
If you were a smoker, I guess. You don't have to go outside in the cold. At that point, though, it's like you're a smoker. Like you deserve to freeze.
You're already killing yourself.
Yeah, who
what are you
cares?
complaining about?
Get a little cold. Yeah.
I understand that.
So that's really all there is to say about it. I mean, there's not much
Yeah, I
to.
mean, there wasn't much.
Because like the burger's playing, the club's playing. Like, so I got club and fries.
Yeah, I got a burger and fries. Fries were okay. Burger was okay. It was to the doneness that I like, but had a little more char on the outside than I wanted.
Yeah, and you said the
It
seasoning.
had a weird, like, seasoning taste to it.
Yeah,
Very strange. It had like a weird little aftertaste after every bite.
maybe it was old
I
meat.
don't think so. No, it was definitely seasoning.
Yeah. That was the other thing too. Like when I ordered
We'll find out in a couple
when-
of days.
on the club sandwich, it said like it says choice of ham or turkey with like, and then it read off the rest of it. And I was like, well, a classic club is both. It's ham and turkey. So when she came over, I asked her, and I was like, for the club, I was like, could I do like both? Could I do ham and turkey? She goes, well, let me check real quick to make sure we even have that because earlier we didn't have ham or turkey.
Ham or turkey.
We were out of both, and I was like, okay. And so she ran off, and I was looking at Jeff like, that's a bad sign. Like if you have to go, if your kitchen is out of a meat, that's a good indication that nobody orders food at this place. That kind of scared me.
Or they order a lot of it.
Everybody that comes in there orders the club.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's more like they didn't get a shipment.
Yeah, like okay, on the menu, on the backside, or maybe it was the backside. On the backside, it had a list of the little tiny list of Irish food. It had shepherd's pie and fish and chips and stuff. Just a little tiny list. Then it had the little list of sandwiches, and then some salads and stuff.
Like a little burger section.
On the other side, it was almost entirely dominated by appetizers and beers.
Yeah, a huge list of beers.
Huge list of beers. Yeah. And just a big thing of appetizers. So, and looking at most of the people around us, most of them just ordered the appetizers.
Yeah, it was like literally like a
AMC. That's most of what people do at bars.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's a good indication that no one orders the food there, like the real food.
Foods.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was overall a little disappointing, but
I will say this though,
it's an
like
experience.
The bar we go to, they actually have good food.
Frisco bar, you can say it.
Yeah, they actually have good food.
No one works there.
The bar we go to, the
so I get like I usually get like the chicken strips.
Is that Star Wars thing?
The wrap.
You fucking goddamn it!
I got Star Wars stuff for everything, dude.
You
I
just
start throwing out Star Wars names
whole fucking saga
all the fucking time.
Matt, no one can ruin that saga for you. Only you can do that.
Only
George Lucas, and he already has.
Did.
Dude, you're good, dude.
I feel like that's like the biggest like prank on like mankind. Like,
no,
it's like how could I take
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the biggest prank on mankind.
Could be. I think the Bible could be the biggest prank.
Yeah, that's right.
God, I just left that there. It's like, oh, fuck, dude, someone's gonna find this video so stupid. I bet you someone wrote that thing like 1500s.
Yeah, around the 1500s. I think it was written by L. Ron Hubbard.
Dude, if L. Ron Hubbard wrote the Bible, I'd be like, I sir applaud you.
Exactly.
Nah, but someone, I'm guessing Haley Joel Osment wrote it. I'm gonna throw that reference back out there because I like that movie.
I guess so.
I'm guessing he wrote it and left it for civilization to find. No. What was that one movie? 10,000 BC?
10,000 BC.
Bet you that motherfucker wrote it and just left it behind. He was like, fuck all y'all. Like, middle fingers up, saber-toothed tiger bit his face, and he's gone. That'd be the best movie ending ever.
He invents the middle finger?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That would be the best.
So you're saying everyone in the world doesn't have a middle finger until this guy invents one?
No. I'm saying like
when they're like flipping the off, they're just like, hey.
And the guy's like comes over and he's like, hey, check this out, bro. You do this. It looks funnier.
What happened was a saber-toothed tiger bit off the other 4 fingers. So he was walking around and somebody pissed him off.
He barked.
Threw up.
Just like a little bit.
Did you fucking eat it?
Eat it up.
Jesus Christ, alright.
But yeah, no, the saber-toothed tiger bites the other 4 off.
Yeah.
So when he gets mad at somebody, he starts waving it around, and it's just the one.
And people
it catches on.
Well, it catches on because people were like, ew, gross. But it causes that offense to them because they're offended by the fact that his mauled hand is so disgusting looking.
Exactly.
And that just catches on.
Indeed.
No, like what I'm saying is like while he's about to get eaten by that saber-toothed tiger, like what I'm saying is like in that split moment he's like he just like invents like doing the middle for like putting up the bird, and they're just like fuck it, like everybody sees like oh my god that looked badass, and then they like continue it.
Your mind.
Everybody sees it and they go, oh man, that looks just like that scene from Boondock Saints. That's badass. Yeah. Back then they said that. Because the Boondock Saints is apparently the best movie ever made.
It is. Until Boondock Saints, All Saints Day. No.
Then no one liked either of them.
No.
Oh man, it just hasn't sunk in that doing remakes is not a good idea. Or doing sequels to really popular movies.
Yeah. But did it have the original characters? Original cast?
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
Yeah, everybody came back for it.
I was just hoping like
it came like a cult kind of thing, and
but was it straight to DVD?
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm just hoping Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 is just one gigantic lens flare, so I don't have to even see that atrocity.
I will be. Don't worry.
I don't want to see it. It's gonna be so bad.
Or it's gonna be the best movie ever made.
It's gonna probably be the best movie ever made. It's gonna beat Titanic and Avatar combined.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That wouldn't either.
Yeah, it'll be the first to top $3 billion domestic.
Fuck.
How awesome would that be?
I'm pretty sure if they kill off Carrie Fisher in the first 5 minutes.
I think they'd have to, really.
Like, honestly?
There's no way she can actually be in the movie.
There isn't.
There's no way.
There's no fucking way.
So...
Unless they just CGI the shit out of her and just use her voice.
Even her voice is all fucked up, dude. Have you heard her talk? Jesus. Like, there is no part of her that they can use.
They would literally have to put the little balls, the motion sensor balls, all over her body, and then dub over her voice with someone else's.
Like, synthesize her voice.
Yeah. Auto-tune that.
I mean, basically, it's like if you went and just grabbed that pigeon lady from the Home Alone movie and just put her in Star Wars.
It's honestly like if you had a ghost on set. Like, it's scary, it distorts your audio equipment. It's fucking just terrible. It breaks like mirrors and shatters the camera lenses. Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
so this is what the opening of the movie has to be, okay? It has to be the crawl.
Yeah.
Explaining what everybody's been up to for the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then it has to tilt down.
See, it'll turn into like one of those things like The Exorcist, like, oh my god, like the fax machine printed out all 6s, like, but like, from 20 years from now, they'll be like, oh my god, did you hear on Star Wars Episode 7 they had Carrie Fisher on set? And they'll be like, oh my god, like, get all frightened and shit. I just imagine her like perched up on the fucking rafters like a pigeon. Some giant pigeon lady. Have you seen her? She looks like a pigeon with that fucking...
She looks like a corpse. Just like a
that too.
Dangling skeleton like you're hanging on your door during Halloween.
Dead pigeon.
No, man. What do these pigeons? She can't fly. Not without the help of her fucking...
Solar Sailor.
Solar Sailor. Jesus. That's not real. I don't believe it.
No, it's real.
Oh, God, I'm gonna rewatch all these. I'm gonna take notes, extensive notes. I'm gonna debunk all this shit.
I just don't understand how they had all that like fancy shit in like the first 3 episodes, but then when we got to 4, 5, and 6,
because,
it's like...
God damn it, Matt. Because under a dictatorial regime that is in control of everything, then the breakdown of technology is going to be one of the first things to go.
But they built the Death Star.
Exactly, right. All the resources are fucking going, dude. They're going to that.
They're melting down all the metal of these other technologies.
Yes, exactly. And the first that they're actually going to be, the first to go, are going to be the outer rim planets, which is where Tatooine is. And that's where we spend the majority of the first movie.
Jesus, no reason to get angry.
I mean, it was already a backwater planet to begin with, even in the prequels. So after,
it was basically Africa, the planet of Africa.
It's Somalia.
To be exact.
It's actually Tunisia, but...
Well, yeah, but for our intents and purposes.
So that's what the movie's about.
It's really about the breakdown of the African culture.
No, well, what it really is
and the redistribution of wealth by the British during the Industrial Revolution, during the 1500s.
It's really the Industrial Revolution of the 1500s in America.
In the American Industrial Revolution, yeah.
Yeah, see, a lot of stuff happened in the 1500s.
Dude, the 1500s
was just...
Well, Matt, that's why they call it that's why they call it the Roaring 1500s. It's because just a lot of shit going on, a lot of roars.
Right, and some people just shorten it as the Roaring 15s.
The Roaring 15s is really what they're calling it, the Roaring Hungies. Whatever.
Hungies.
Hundies. The Roaring Hundies. But that got confusing for people because they thought it was like
all of them
undies. Well, they thought undies.
The 1600s would be the undies.
Well, yeah.
The 1700s.
But people don't remember, Jeff, during the Roaring 15s, people didn't think that there would ever be the 16s.
True.
They all thought they were going to die.
Well, yeah.
They thought the end of the world was going to happen.
Of course.
So then they're like, hey, it's the Roaring Hundies.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, according to their Mayan calendar, it was going to...
Their Mayan calendar during the 1500s, said that it was going to end at 1490 something.
Right.
1590 something. Yeah. It didn't. So.
It didn't. And then at the end of the 1600s, they thought 1690 something was going to...
But nothing happened in the 1600s.
No, not really.
There was an oil spill somewhere, and I think Coke invented like a new product or something.
Yeah, it was New Coke.
New Coke is what they called it.
It bombed.
It bombed.
That's why they bought Coke Classic back.
I remember that.
In the 1700s, they tried Crystal Pepsi, and that was also...
Crystal Pepsi, though, was interesting. I remember the feud that happened during that time with Crystal Pepsi and Sprite Remix. I remember that whole battle that happened.
It's like the Hatfields and McCoys all over again.
Dude, it was like the crystals and the remixes all over.
Dude, Sprite Remix was delicious.
Sprite Remix was the Skittles in your mouth with carbonation all over them.
I want it back.
I do too.
I want it back.
There's a website where you can order like vintage sodas, and it's a made to order type thing where their facilities can still make it for you. You have to buy it in bulk, and it's like $1,000. But if you really want some Sprite Remix, you can buy it.
Well, actually, there's a place in California that stocks every brand of soda ever.
Yeah,
and they still have a lot of that stuff.
But it's risky though. I mean, it might be flat and
could be, but
they have to keep it stored in perfect temperatures.
Right.
I just want some cactus cooler. That's all I want. Cactus cooler's delicious, dude.
What the hell? I've never had
Orange and pineapple soda?
Ugh.
No, you say ew.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it's delicious.
Why would you ruin orange soda with anything?
Because pineapple doesn't ruin it. It makes it better.
Wrong.
No, it makes it better.
Dude, I don't even like pineapple. This shit's good.
This shit's good.
No. Orange soda is all
it's
I need.
Gone. That whole case was gone in a day.
Alright, Keenan Thompson. Alright, Cal Mitchell.
I know what they got rid of orange soda.
Oh, dude, Keenan and Cal wouldn't be on the air anymore.
Dude, if they got rid of orange soda, I would fucking kill some people.
Wait, what?
If they got rid of orange soda, I would kill some fucking people.
Are you a Fanta orange soda man, or are you a...
Sunkiss, dude.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Fanta.
What? What is that?
I see Jeff, sending the soda company, a orange soda bottle with, 3 bullet holes in it, in some package.
And then they'd later find Jeff burnt in a cabin.
Now he's surrounded by orange soda.
Which would have cooled you off.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Love me some orange soda.
You know what I miss? Capri Sun.
I was never into Capri Sun. I was into Kool-Aid more.
Kool-Aid's delicious. I miss Kool-Aid. They should
remember the little mystery tablet? Remember the little tablets you could put on the top and change the colors?
Dude, those are the best.
What the fuck?
Do you remember the mystery flavor? It was black liquid.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
You don't even remember what it was? It's always cherry. And you're just like, fuck! I didn't want this one. I wanted blue. I want a blue raspberry.
I was about to say, I'm blue raspberry. It's the bomb.
Yeah. Or grape. That was mine. I love grape Kool-Aid.
I like the cherry and I like fruit punch.
Man, fuck you. Stop, man. Stop. You just go get Hawaiian Punch then at that point.
I don't like Hawaiian Punch.
Oh my god. You're making my blood boil right now. You don't like Hawaiian Punch?
I never liked the taste of it.
What about some Sunny D?
Really
oh my god, dude. Nesquik?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not really big.
Did you fucking have a childhood, or
yes,
were you just
my
born?
childhood was full of Sunkiss.
Were you just born 40?
Coke and Dr. Pepper.
I
skipped most of that stuff. I went straight to soda from when I was a very small boy.
I mean, you didn't experience it then. You didn't get to soak it all in.
No, I did.
I wanna soak in the sun.
But I just didn't like it very much. So.
Pop-Tarts? You like Pop-Tarts?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Pop-Tarts.
good. God damn, we agree about something. Shit. Well, we do agree that toaster strudels are better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. You got to put your own frosting on. I mean, what's not the love?
Exactly.
I mean, sure, the toaster strudel itself tastes like shit, but
It tasted okay. It just depends.
Tasted like it was covered in
better
shit.
than a Pop-Tart.
Excuse me?
It was better than a Pop-Tart.
Better than a s'more Pop-Tart?
I like the s'more ones.
Cinnamon?
I like frosted strawberry.
There you go. Or a cinnamon.
I like the
brown
silly
sugar.
ones with like the blue and green all over it and like the pink and shit. It was like wacky Pop-Tarts or something.
Oh, remember when they made a fucking that ketchup that was like purple or some shit like that?
Oh yeah. It was like they had green and purple ketchup and mustard.
Well, I didn't catch on. People,
I know.
it was too weird. I was explaining to Lenny the other day because he was asking me about Crystal Pepsi, and I was explaining to him that yes, it was actually out. It was a huge thing. They had huge promotions for it, but the reason that it didn't actually take off is because it tasted exactly like regular Pepsi, but because it was clear, it fucked with your brain.
Yeah.
Because you were not expecting it to taste like regular Pepsi. And that was the same thing with the colored fucking ketchups. People, when it doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like, they think it's going to taste different. And when it doesn't, it fucks you up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and like the like green and like purple like colored foods. I don't know so much green, but purple definitely. It's like when your brain sees it, it sees it as like a dangerous food, like poisonous. Because like nature's like that, it like sends you like signals.
Well, I mean,
like,
you
hey,
see, like
don't
you play
eat this
Mario,
shit.
purple mushrooms and shit. Like, no, go away. I don't want that. Green eggs? Nah, that's bad. Green just means spoiled, like rotten.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time though. I like green apples. And grapes are green. Or red.
Those are fruits. Fruits don't count. They're not real food. Fruits, they're for lesbians.
I don't know, just like green ketchup is just fucking weird.
Yeah,
It is weird.
remember Go-Gurt? I mean, they still have those, don't they?
Yeah.
My God,
People wonder why.
Americans are so fat. I believe that Go-Gurt was what really spiraled us into the fat fucking stage.
It was that tipping point.
It was a Go-Gurt.
I think
It was the tipping point. It was like, hey, how can we just like not do anything?
I don't have to sit and like eat my yogurt.
I can tell you right now, cheese in a can would be
Cheese
more
Whiz?
tipping. No. Not the Cheese Whiz. Cheese
Oh, you're
Whiz
talking
is in a
about
bottle. I'm talking
Dunkin'.
about the easy cheese that you can actually spray onto crackers.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's not Cheese Whiz.
Oh.
Cheese Whiz comes in a bottle, you heat it up, and it's like liquid cheese, but it's not.
Oh, whatever. I thought they made a
talking about the can ones.
Yeah, I thought they made a spray can one.
Yeah, they did.
I thought Cheese Whiz made one that was.
No, do they? I don't know if Cheese Whiz
I
does.
think they
Yeah,
do.
they did.
The other ones were not Cheese Whiz.
But see, it's that you still have to work for it because you gotta shake the can.
Yeah, and you got tilted upside down and it
Yeah,
hurts your
it's
wrist a
upside
little
down.
bit.
Yeah.
Go-Gurt, you're just like and just squeezing like rotten milk in your
All
mouth.
you had to do with it was go, which I did many times.
People do that with the fucking whipped cream too. I think whipped
No.
cream cans, that's equally a
Exactly.
disaster
So good.
for us.
So good.
It was when it was all that shit, man. It was putting shit in like cans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
It's too
They have.
easily
Have
accessible.
you guys seen the pancake batter in a can now?
Mm-hmm.
Are
I've
you
seen that.
fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing.
Wow. How fucking lazy are people? Like, will you mix flour, egg?
I mean, they got like cookies in a tube and stuff. They got all kinds of shit like cookie dough that you like just squeeze out of a thing and it's pooping onto like a plate. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
You know what's gonna happen, dude? It's gonna come to the point where everybody forgets like how to make this shit by hand, and then when the end of the world comes, nobody's gonna know how to make fucking pastries anymore.
that's why you find Gordon Ramsay and you stick with him.
I know. That's why it's gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know how to make any baked goods to make life a little sweeter.
It's gonna be Hell's Kitchen. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, dude. I want fucking Gordon Ramsay to just like line up a row of like 200 people and just run down and slap them all across their fat fucking faces. Their stupid faces. I'm pretty sure he would do it too, because man doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's Italian. He doesn't care.
I believe.
Is that Italian?
No.
The new Hell's Kitchen is awesome, by the way.
I know. I saw it.
Jean-Philippe is back after like
I
2
know.
years.
I saw the beginning of it where he makes them make their signature dishes.
Dishes? Yo, Gordon, you punk! That's my signature diss. Done.
They made their signature dishes in front of like a live studio audience, he insults them and everything in front of like hundreds of people.
They all fucking laugh,
and they're all like laughing. And then no, there are parts where only like maybe like a quarter of the people in the audience will laugh. The other ones will just be like kind of like they'll just be stunned. Awkward because like Gordon Ramsay's like, you just embarrassed fucking New Orleans cuisine. He's like, get the fuck out of my face, like basically.
Did you watch MasterChef?
Nah.
You should watch that. It's like more professional, but it's still got all the disses in there. And there's two people that do dissing. It's Gordon and this other guy who owns like all these wineries. Yeah. He's like an Italian guy. This Asian chick named Slim made she made a fucking like meat fondue plate where the meat was like dipped in like a passion fruit, like something. So I don't know. There was an ingredient that they had that they were supposed to use for the test. She didn't really utilize it. It wasn't like the focus of it. And she made this like goofy like fondue thing that had like all these like little sticks everywhere. And Gordon like tries like he puts one in the sauce and when he pulls it back out, it's not on the toothpick anymore. And he's like looks at her and he's like, and like he like grabs another one. And he's like, you want to make sure whenever you do like pork that you take the fat off of it. And like he's like, look at the fat. And he's like, that's disgusting. And then he puts it and he eats and he's like, that's shit. And then the other guy walks up, grabs the plate, and he goes, and he's like, this is a disgrace. He's like, you didn't even follow the directions. This is a disgrace. I'm not even going to eat this garbage. Go back to your station. This is bullshit. He just tosses it all in the trash. Fucking plate and everything. I was like, it was good.
Oh, man. But yeah, he let Gordon Ramsay in that new Hell's Kitchen, like, sent like all the guys back to their room, basically.
He sent both of them. Remember, red and blue team, sent all of them back.
Yeah, he sent them all back. Dude, that one girl on the red team who didn't know how to do shit.
Yeah.
What's
she's still on there.
What's her name?
I don't remember, but she's still on there.
But like, what's her name was like basically like babysitting her.
Yeah.
Like she didn't know how to do anything. I'm like, oh my god. Jesus. Oh man, it was like amazing.
The only thing that really upsets me about this season is that Transformers opening.
I know, I saw that. I'm like, what?
What? Hell's Kitchen, he always does like an opening.
Is that what you meant by the whole like Gordon Ramsay like took the show back like?
Yeah, back to 2007, whatever.
Back to 2007.
Because like
I saw your post, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
until I saw the actual opening, I was like,
the opening is like it's all the contestants, and they all do this like weird little thing. The previous season, it was like a carnival thing. It was like a carnival thing, and like it was weird. Like it shows them like tossing their little like knife, and it goes into a little carnival board game as one of the contestants is like on a little spinny thing. It just puts them in weird positions. This one was like Transformers. Like their shit was like turning into things. And they were fighting like robots, and there's the scene where the one girl's like on her like her legs her legs are off to the side, and she's like on the ground like this. And like the thing explodes over and she goes, like that famous scene where it goes slow motion, but it looks so shitty and choppy. Like, oh, it's terrible. You gotta watch it. And I was like, dude, Transformers is so old now. Like 3 movies later, and you decide to jump on that bandwagon?
Yeah.
They've had like fucking how many seasons to? 5 seasons since 2007.
Wow,
unbelievable.
Oh, that's fucking unbelievable.
What's the time? I think we're ready to wrap it.
1:33.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it.
Well.
All right. That was episode 27.
yes.
Okay, 27. 3 Stuff Guys. I listened to the Libsyn. What is it? 3stuffguys.libsyn.com. Libsyn.
But now they can find us.
Matt, shut the fuck up. Hold on a second. That's our webpage. That's where the shit is. There's links to everything there. Lead you all over the place. Facebook, YouTube, all that shit. Rate, subscribe, comment on whichever site you want to choose, whichever one you prefer. Whatever, we don't care. And then our email's on there too. It's 3stuffguys@gmail.com. Send us an email. And then we also have our app out finally, which is a bit confusing. You have to download Podcast Box is the name of the app, and then in that app, go under comedy and scroll through it, and you'll find 3 Stuff Guys. Click it, buy it. It's $1.99, and it has our lost episode on there. And we'll put some other shit on there too. I was thinking maybe we can bring a recording device when we eat, just plop it on the table. and that can just be like a bonus recording
Yeah.
that they can get. They can hear our conversations while we eat.
Yeah, that works.
So, yeah, and then Matt's on his phone now, so I guess we're done. Matt, you ready?
Yeah.
Download the podcast app and be sure to love us and follow us. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.